Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for a RUNE price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis, starting on the daily chart to understand the overview in a very fast way. For the bullish and the bearish scenario, we have an impulse here for a wave A or a wave 1, meaning you are looking for 3 corrective waves after it for continuation in a wave C, A, B, C as a zigzag, or you are looking for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 continuation toward the upside. After both case scenarios, you got, of course, 3 waves toward the downside here. We got an A, B, and a C as an ending diagonal, obviously, here. And finishing this correction wave, of course, for these scenarios where you probably want to finish a wave B here or a wave 2. Now, the case scenario where you come bearish is, of course, after this 3 corrective wave, you don't see any continuation toward the upside, and this is exactly the case scenario, especially here that we saw, of course, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for your wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, but your wave 5 here is questionable, right? Because this wave 5 looks like 3 waves toward the upside, turning it into a questionable wave. Is this an impulse or not? Well, if the wave 5 is not an impulse, we cannot call it an impulse. It's a rule from Elliott wave. And that means, of course, this we have to read it from this signal that we got from the chart here that this has turned into a correction, and it might be a wave B, 3 corrective waves. And how we can read this as corrective wave, it is the following: A, B, and a C as a zigzag toward the upside, another zigzag for your X, and then a final zigzag here for your wave Y, meaning W, X, and a Y, turning this, of course, into a wave B. Let's mark this as well for the next time to not re-explain it so much. Here we go. And in this case scenario, of course, we are looking then continuation toward the downside, meaning the bearish scenario opens here for a longer wave B or a longer wave 2. And that means, of course, the correction, it might take, of course, longer time until we start to move for higher. And this opened the blue scenario in an A, B, and a C toward the downside. In this scenario, you are looking, of course, for a wave C, which it should be an impulse towards the downside, 5 waves in a regular flat. A regular flat 1-to-1 fib level taken from the wave A to the wave B give us, of course, a 1-to-1 fib level here as a regular flat. Here we go, wave C at 1.05 as well, which it can be, of course, a common target at 0.37 cent, and the most common target at 0.44 cent. Now, as we can see, this wave C is an impulse toward the downside, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And of course, we have an ABC here and continuation impulsively toward the downside, finishing a wave 3. In this case scenario, you are still looking now for a wave 4, and then, of course, continuation for one more leg toward the downside for a wave 5. In your wave 4, you have to take into consideration that your wave 2 is very, very long in range. And that means your wave 4 has to be at least the 1-to-1 fib time taken from this wave 2 here, of course, and based on the wave 3 to get exactly the wave 4 time or the perfect time where it should hit. So as you can see, between the perfect time and the perfect fib level, we get our blue box here, which can be your wave C, finishing, of course, this impulse toward the downside and the big correction for a wave B or for a wave 2. Therefore, higher possibility on the daily goes a little bit for the bearish still, of course, was one more wave toward the downside, and then moving impulsively again toward the upside for a 3, 4, and a 5 to finish a wave C. Probably with the wave C, we're gonna finish a wave 3. And with the wave 3, probably if you get 3 corrective waves, meaning you are in a wave 4 and you're still looking for higher prices to be estimated, of course, for the next cycle. And if we take a closer look, of course, on the 4-hour chart here, we can see exactly that this is the impulse that we were talking about. It is 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5, or even probably, guys, it can be even several 1, 2s here, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, and 4, 5. To finish, of course, is this wave 3. But basically, we can call that this wave 3 can be finished. Yeah, I mean, that is a lot of 1-2s here probably. Yeah, we can say that it can be finished, right? So we have also here our impulse towards the downside 1, 2, 3, 4 in a 5, or your wave 5 also is impulsive. So very nice price action and wave 2. And then, yeah, I mean, very clear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish a wave 3. Actually, even your wave 3 is not done yet, so probably even one more leg just to finish the wave 3, and then of course 4 and a 5, a big wave 4 and a 5, so probably one more drop and then a long wave 4 and then a wave 5 here. Your wave 2 might of course belong to this wave 2 in time, so we might of course start to drop and then start to move sideways probably, and then moving back to this wave C. So probably this is the path that I'm looking for RUNE, of course, in this case scenario. If we take a look, of course, on KGT for RUNE, I just built up this indicator for RUNE lately, where we have, of course, a lot of bearish signals coming in, of course, from the tops. However, something very interesting here, we have an invalidation for this bearish. Yeah, we have invalidation signal here on the 5-minute chart, where we see, of course, on the strongest signal 500 strands, that is, of course, the price action is divergent with the bearish one, which is a good indication, actually, but still, of course, corrective here. Don't forget that we are A, B, and a C, and that's why your wave C has to be impulsive. And yes, it might invalidate on the 5-minute chart, but if we move on the 15-minute chart with an overview, we see that there is already a lot of pressure of selling here. So always, yeah, start with the 15-minute chart is very, very interesting on KGT. So as you can see, the convergence is very strong, meaning one more high, it will add even huge pressure in selling and continue towards the downside. That was it for RUNE. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.